That's right. They thought they could keep him down. They thought that a PC crash was going to prevent Aaron G. Stone from becoming the Elden Lord today. But they forgot one simple thing, friends. My camera is off. Why is my camera off? Bring the camera back. Spoiled my dramatic moment. Okay, seriously, why is the camera not working? I hate to hear. All the technology is failing me. There he is! Aaron G. Stone lives on. Friends. He lives in the cloud. Elden Ring is back. There he is. We can play. We can play. My PC is over there now. That's the shame corner. The corner where it lives is now the corner of shame. I'm very cross. After it crashed in the Minecraft stream, it wouldn't boot to desktop more than twice. We are now on the backup PC. The backup PC is now the main PC. Me and the backup PC, ride or die. We're going to play Elden Ring now. I've got my tea. Feel happier now I've got my tea. But yes, that PC is dying on its ass again. I'm sorry. I'm going to try my best to get files off it in the next 24 hours before it inevitably goes back to scan for a third and probably final time. This PC runs great. It just has like 1/4 of the hard drive space of that one and probably less RAM. Anyway. Aaron G. Stone is a changed man since you last saw him. I've done some things. First of all, I went around every church I could find and I got the sacred tears. We now have +12 flasks instead of +9. Second point, I got my talisman game on point. You can't see this because the camera's in the way. But I got my talisman game on point. We now have not just one, but 2 talismans that greatly raise the potency of sorceries. I also got the Godfrey icon because it enhances charged spells, and I'm using a lot of charged spells. I went around the map a little bit more. I got to the consecrated snowfield. I didn't want to go there, but that's where it has the rise that has this talisman specifically. I also went around to a bunch of the catacombs. I got a bunch of glovewort, and the mimic tier is now +10. I don't think I made any other changes than that, to be quite honest, but that was enough. Oh yeah, and yeah, I also did a little bit more grinding for levels, so I'm now level 163, and I have 30 dexterity. So it turns out that dexterity also affects your casting speed, which I knew, but I didn't know exactly how much. And it turns out that if you have 40 dexterity, I have like 30, and if you have the Radagon icon equipped, which I already did, then casting spells, they have like 2 animations, which is like a getting ready to cast the spell animation and a casting the spell animation. Basically now the getting ready to cast the spell animation takes like barely any time. So I can cast spells faster. Which I want to do because I want to beat this thing today. And I want to start the next playthrough. I've already started taking notes about how we're going to approach the Alabaster Lord's Sword playthrough. So friends, we are going in to fight Radagon. The strategy is now slightly different. Because I'm going to take the Wondrous Physic Flask before we go in here, and I'm going to Comet Azure him until he's about half health. And we'll see how this goes. I will become the Elden Lord today. As long as I'm not too cross. Can't Radagon parry Comet Azure? Not at the beginning, he can't. And then he starts to parry, and then I run away. Did I say parry? I don't care. And then I spawn the Mimic Tear, and then he probably kills me because I have less health. Except he doesn't. And now the Mimic Tear is here too, so I can Comet Azure him from the other side. That's right, bud. Oh, I'm out of mana. I should probably fix that. No, my Mimic Tear. Just kidding, you're dead now. Get him, Mimic Tear, get him! It's time, friends. It's time to face the thick beast. Is the game kind of loud? I feel like I haven't set the volume levels on here the same as I had them on the other PC. So apologies if the game is kind of loud. I can probably fix that slightly. If it'll let me tab out and do this. There we go. That's probably a little better. If you haven't seen this cutscene, by the way, this is the most beautiful and inexplicable part of Elden Ring. And everyone hates this boss. Guess what? It's a giant sword. Yeah, if the music is a little loud, it's fine. I might not be talking as much if I concentrate on actually winning this fight. Also, we're now standing in water for no apparent reason. So this fight basically always starts with this thing like breathing fire, which is why we're running over here now. And then we're going to cast Shard Spiral on this thing until it dies. The main problem with this boss is that it runs around everywhere and you don't really have a great way of getting to it. The Elden Beast is a coward, there I said it. At this point, it is going to fly up into the air and it's going to do this attack, which I will mostly concentrate on running away from. Now I need to make sure that I heal. There we go. Okay, the Mimic tier is dead. I'm now the only one in danger. Oh, we poise broke it. We poise broke it. Friends, it's over. We have beaten Elden Ring. 12 minutes into the stream, GG. I rise like a phoenix from the ashes of crashes. And I become the Elden Lord. Let this be a lesson to you, chat. Never let anything get you down. Because it's not worth it. You 99 viewers were all here to see me become the Elden Lord. I'm so intelligent. I'm 76 intelligent. We did not get any of the bonus endings. We are just going to touch Fractured Marika and mend the Elden Ring. Aaron G. Stone, Wizard of the Cloud. Yes, that is the only God slain message. And thus our first journey comes to an end. With us making Marika great again. It's probably a tasteless joke, but... Friends. Only 307 more to go. Well, we're going to start playthrough 2 today, and boy am I excited about that part. I should have taken his helmet off before this cutscene, I'm now realizing. He's kind of behind my face as well. But there you go.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.
And scene. So if that seems anticlimactic to you, that is the first time I got the Elden Lord ending. That's pretty funny. George R.R. Martin, we did it. Anyway, begin Journey 2. No. We are beginning Journey 2 on a whole new character. But yeah, here are the final stats for our astrologer start and eventual Elden Lord, Aaron G. Stone. Not bad, right? Not bad, all things considered. We did well. Academy Glintstone Staff. Oh, there he is. Poor Aaron. His eyes red with his deeds. Aaron G. Stone, the Elden Lord. Right. It is time to leave Aaron behind, with a total playtime of 20 hours and 56 minutes. And it's time for playthrough number 2 of this particular challenge. New game, baby! Now, I wonder if it saved my character template to the cloud. I hope it has. Yes! Here he is. An aged man with a young voice. This, my friends, is the vagabond Alabaster Lord, who will eventually become the recipient of the Alabaster Lord Sword. This is how we're doing this. I need to load up my notes app. Sorry. Okay. Start Vagabond. Good. Done. I need a keepsake for this man. What's he got? What's he having? Golden Seed, Fanged Imp Ashes, a cracked... But he looks like a cracked pot kind of guy. Or a boiled prawn kind of guy. He looks like a boiled prawn, if I'm honest. Stone Sword Key we're not going to go with. I mean, a Golden Seed would be nice to have extra flasks, because we are going to need to make a beeline for the Lake of Rot. I hate this. I hate this so much. We're going Golden Seed. Sure, why not? It's probably the best option. Do I prefer Vagabond or Astrologer? I've never actually started a Vagabond, so this is new territory for me. Alright, it's time to watch the intro cutscene again. Sing along if you know the words.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, Fear, the deathbed companion,
The loathsome dung eater.
and Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless.
Everyone spam the word nerd in the chat.
A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring. And become the Elden Lord
Okay. We're back. Alabaster Lord is here. Look at this man. Look at this wonderful man. Also, get this garbage out of here. Right. Let's do... He heavy rolls. I can't believe the Vagabond starts as a heavy roll. That's cruel. Alright. I can unequip the helmet, which is fine. I think he looks cool. Let's go. The plan is to begin as usual. Get killed by the Grafted Scion. Don't have to worry about this until Ornamental Straight Sword. That's in the O's. We're probably never going to get there. Never getting tired of this intro? Me neither. That's why I watch it all the time. So, to answer a few questions from chat before this happens. Actually, I might answer them as this happens because I'm going to die anyway. I plan on getting to the Lake of Rot by doing Ranni's quest. Do I play with controller or keyboard? I play with an Xbox controller. It's wired in. Gamepad. One more. There we go. I don't know if this is the guy who does the yelling in the Whiterun. Is that Skyrim? That's probably Skyrim, right? I genuinely don't know. Do I prefer Vagabond or Astrologer? I already answered that. Where did I get to? Yes, everyone's spamming the word nerd. Thank you. Thank you, One Mini Ginger, for the 12 months. Nishi Streams, thank you for the 8 months when we started the stream, by the way. Appreciate that. So Melna arrives on Torrent. You know that part already. We've done this before. Alright, let's roll down. Let's do the tutorial cave. We need to get the strength gesture. We need to get all the graces. It's Skyrim. He sounds eerily similar. It might be the same guy. I feel like fantasy voice actor is a decent niche to have. So the goal as Alabaster Lord is to get to the Lake of Rot and acquire the Alabaster Lord's sword as quickly as possible. But that's actually quite difficult. Because the Lake of Rot is a relatively endgame area. I say relatively. It is not the easiest place to get to. We have to beat a minimum of one boss, which is Radagon. Oh yeah, I forgot this guy is the guy you have to two-hand again. There we go. You have to beat Radagon so that Nokron opens up, and so that you can continue that part of Ranni's quest. Get the Finger Slayer Blade. So I guess you also have to fight, like, Mimic Tier and stuff as well. But, yeah, the Finger Slayer Blade is going to be... what we have to go to Nokron for, and then that opens up Ainsel River Main. From there, we can just make a beeline for the Lake of Rot. But once we are there, we have to be able to beat the Alabaster Lord who spawns there to receive the Alabaster Lord's sword. And interestingly enough, it documents this on the wiki. If he dies, after you die... like, if you double KO and you die first, you do not get the sword. So we have to be a little bit careful about how we proceed here, because we need to be good enough to fight that guy. Which Lake of Rot? The one underground? The one that you get to after you've fought the Baleful Shadow. And that you have to cross to get to the plateau section of Liurnia. So yes, the one underground... Not the Aeonia Swamp in Caelid. It is the Lake of Rot that's part of Ranni's quest. The one just before Astel, Natural Born of the Void. So naturally we have a lot of work to do, but we have to make sure we can get there and beat the guy in combat. Obviously on the way there we have to beat Radagon in combat. So the goal here is to get us a half-decent weapon, start Ranni's questline, and play until we reach the Lake of Rot. Exactly what we have to do on the way is kind of up for debate, but the goal is to acquire the Alabaster Lord Sword as quickly as reasonably possible. We're going to do Vare's quest,
Oh, come to the of course you unfortunate.
which doesn't require you to talk to Vare, I don't think, but we're going to do it anyway because sooner or later we're going to need access to Mogwin Palace so that we can do some very good quick leveling. So I'm going to make sure that I talk to Vare just so that we've got that part covered. I'm also going to grab a couple of the items on the way just to like make some of this stuff go away. Obviously, the first thing we need to do is go to the Church of LA, talk to Kale, and go to Gatefront so that we can start to level up. After that, it's going to look relatively similar to my last playthrough, because we're probably going to go and kill Greyoll, just for the early runes. But we're going for a strength build with a minor focus in Dex and Int, because that's the stats that the Alabaster Lord Sword scales with. We're going to buy the crafting kit, naturally. We're going to buy the torch, obviously. We're going to socialize, of course. We don't have anything to sell. Let's get going. We're also going to meet Ranni, which is something I didn't do last time we did this. Can you have your connection back, please? I will do my best. Alright, early smithing stones is good. We're going to get all the usual stealth kills on the way up to the gate front. Get our throwing knives, kill this guy. Cheers. Oh, this thing has square off. Oh, that's fun. So we can square off if we want to. I like that the shield comes pre-bloodied as well. Although that may partly be my fault. I'm going to grab this, because I need a greatsword in the meantime. If I'm going to get used to the Alabaster Lord's Sword, which is a greatsword moveset, I'm probably going to want to equip a greatsword so I can get used to how it swings and everything. We're only a couple of points away strength-wise from the requirements for this, so I think we're probably going to be okay. Melina appears, offers us an accord. What am I using until I'm able to get the weapon for the playthrough? So I'm going to stick with standard Vagabond gear to begin with. We're probably going to use the Lordsworn's Greatsword because it's available like right here.
Traveler from beyond the fog.
And then we're going to go and get a couple of other things. Yes, a Honda Accord. This is the joke that everybody makes and it's still funny.
I offer you an accord.
I've heard this before.
They sir, but you. I can play turning to aid you. You need to the foot. Then it's settled. Summon me. I bequeath. It will some torrent. Treat him with.
Alright, flasks. We don't have enough runes to level up yet. So let's get torrent on whichever button it is I usually put him on. There we go. It's either up or down, and I forget which I usually pick, so that's kind of fine. We need 811 runes. Okay, cool. So we can probably take out most of the gatefront camp, except for maybe the guy with the big lance. Oh, not you. You're not the guy with the big lance. We at least need to get the map. I'll not be able to do a whole lot without the map. Maybe eventually I would, but not right now. See you later, Talismancer. Enjoy your long cables. Does Melna actually smile in the game, or was that a meme? I don't know. No peripheral vision on these guys. A Honda Torrent sounds good, not so keen on Honda patches, yeah. You can't see me. Shut up just in time for me to backstab his friend. Nice. One more guy. Oh, two more guys. You're no match for Alabaster Lord. Wait a second, the tutorial told me that I would stun this guy's shield if I did that. But I was two-handing. Oh, he's found me. Time to get in the cellar. If he's still up there when I come back up, I'm running. Yeah, that's right. Keep on stepping, buddy. Okay. We got the map. Back to the church. What weapon are we on for this run? Alabaster Lord's Sword. The second one alphabetically.
This way, tarnished. May I have a word?
Hi, Ranni.
A pleasure. I am the witch Renna.
No, you're not.
And upon look the talk thou art to call forth.
I can call the spectral steed. Thanks for the wolves.
Summon them. The spirits will obey. Now it is that. Forgive my doubt. How long will he for the tarnished?
Bye. Alright, so now we can level up. Wonderful. Very happy about that. Can talk to Mel.
This tiny golden aura.
How long did the first run take? 20 hours.
This light, but now you can see the rays of. Upon the Academy God, if the ray and the elder as an eye pray to face the.
She wants to know if we are ring fit.
Let my hand share them with me.
Nice. Okay, great. So now our goal is to get up from Stormhill to Summonwater Village. Kill the Tibia Mariner. This time I'm going to get the jellyfish. Get wrecked. Can't believe you weren't here for the end of the previous one. It happened at the start of this stream. So if you want to go back and watch the VOD, it's the first 10 minutes of the stream. I did a bit of prep between streams and then we won very, very easily. Ring fit is something you do at the gym, yes. The Elden Gym. Who is probably going to be another character if my naming conventions continue the way they are. Here is Rodrika.
to have their arms. Did you know? It's quite a...
Teaches us to
Your
sit
head
sideways.
doesn't coast- Well, that may, but I don't have... It's scary. I want to... I'm nothing. Oh, I know. Can you take...
Thank you for the jellyfish.
And it'll be glad...
Alright, cool. Now we go meet D. Pausing only to kill this guy. Yeah, one of us has range, mate. Maybe kill his friend too. Where am I? I'm nowhere. I'm in the bushes. I'm in your head. I am using a sword again, I know. Imagine that. Okay, getting the hang of this weapon art. I've used square off a couple of times, I think, but... I have a couple of weapon arts planned, but they are very, very late game. Also, here's Bernal.
Not seen you. Name's Bernard. Let me ask, are you here? Does your fate, despite, takes me back? Any interest in all I know? Now's the time. There's a memento, a fine. That's how it grants me.
Ironic when you learn later that he's
Not
part of
floating
Volcano
well.
Manor. But ignore that for now. Okay, right. Gonna quickly hop up here. Just to bait some giants into smashing a statue. Hey, fellas. Nice. Oh, got a player message instead of the actual item there. Hang on. There we go. 5 smithing stones and a smithing stone 2. That'll be a good start. We'll also grab this, and with that we might be able to level up a second time. But for now we'll make it through this camp, and we'll grab the grace on the other side. We'll say hi to Alexander. Might briefly divert to pick up this. We'll get more of that in a second. Fee 5 faux fum. I smell a statue that needs breaking.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello, mate.
Help me. I'm stuck. Oh, my... I am pleased. My thanks. Just give... And I'll pop... Don't dally. Give it your all.
Couple of charged R2s. And he's out. Wonderful. So we never met Alexander here last time. We met him in Greyoll Tunnel, so this is
Well,
a good place to start. Thanks for the exalted flesh. Oh, you're interested in going to fight Radagon, you say? I'll see you later. But not much later, probably. Okay, so... Saints Bridge. Yes, Alexander is a friendly jar. Oh yeah, we have one more of these. Melina says hi.
Me, I'm searching for my purpose, for the reason that I yet live. There is something I've acted. I am no me.
So Melina says she can't act as maiden despite acting as maiden, and we can level up. So that means we have enough strength to use the Lordsworn's Greatsword. Very good. Okay, this is going to be our sword for the duration of the run until we get to the Lake of Rock, I think. And the reason for that is because it's a decent sword and I know how to use it, so... More smithing stones, very nice. Pretty sure this merchant has a couple as well, but I have no money, so no real need to check in on that. Let's kill the skeletons here just because they interrupt your conversation with D otherwise. I need to talk to D. Oh gosh, I'm heavy again. I forgot about that part. Well, I'll just have to, like, not roll for a minute here. In fact, I'm not going to use the shield very much. And also, I'm holding a halberd? When did that happen? Maybe I can put the shield back then. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sword and shield it is.
There's no mistake, is there? Ah, I'm known as D.
Hello,
Heed
D.
my warning. The village here has been touched by death, and worse yet, it is home to a mariner.
The Seattle Mariners?
With new
The Summonwater Village Mariners. Alright, cool. We're going to grab this. Okay, cool. We have 9 smithing stones. We're going to go back to the Church of LA and do a little bit of home smithing. Because I believe if we have enough runes, which I don't currently, it's weird that you need runes for this, but we can strengthen this ourselves up to +3, I think. Yeah, so if I have a few more runes...
Wait, well, you're back.
Let me sell you this halberd that I'm not going to use. I'm probably not going to use Storm Stomp either. So I'm going to sell that.
For now.
How close does that get us? 636. Okay, cool. There's probably a couple of other things around here I can kill. I can go and kill one of the guards on the road. I just want to quickly upgrade this sword a touch. $64 per. Okay, not bad. Nice. One shot's him. Very good. Alexander is goated for cheesing the fire giant is true. Another good reason to keep him around. Keep him in our thoughts. Okay, so now we have +2 on that. We'll head back to Summonwater Village. We'll kill the Tibia Mariner. D will tell us how to get to Garank. We'll go and find a gold pickled Foulfoot, and we'll go and kill Greyoll. So the Mariner goes around the corner here. Get one hit in before he does. Oh no, he's right there instead. Nice. I need to like two-hand this actually. That's probably going to get more damage that way. I like how he didn't even get the move finished, but he still managed to summon ads. This one, but it will kill all of the skeletons around him, for which I'm always grateful, and that's game, baby! Okay, 4,000 runes later. Oh no, 2,400, okay. Not as good as I remembered. Hey, bud. I would love to earn the strength for Beast, just on a different playthrough, probably.
Very well. I've marked the location for you. It will lead you to Garank.
Okay.
I've spotted an ill someone and must.
Well, someone threatens the Golden Order, as per usual. I get the sense that threatening the Golden Order is kind of like declaring war on Christmas or whatever. It's like, this doesn't actually mean anything. Like, the notion of the Golden Order is probably fine. There we go, didn't die. It was fine. How long does an Elden Ring playthrough generally take? My first playthrough of this game was 140 hours. But that's because I went anywhere, I did anything, and I didn't really know what I was doing. Plus, I wasn't very good at Souls games. I'm still not very good at Souls games, but my last playthrough of this took 20 hours, so I'm expecting each one to take roughly that, depending. I'm setting, like, optional objectives for myself as we play through these. So, in this case, we're obviously getting a very specific weapon, but I would also like to acquire all of the gravity magic in the game, which means beating a couple of optional bosses. But I think with the Alabaster Lord's whole deal being about, like, gravity magic, I think it's kind of a fun sort of optional objective. Makes the playthrough a bit spicier. Means we see, like, a little bit more of the game that we didn't see on the last run. Keeps the build thematic. Gives us a few more skills to rely on, that kind of thing, right? So anyway, from here, I'm actually going to use the runes. I didn't think about that, but I will level up. We're going to put 2 into strength, and that'll be it. You can see where this is going, can't you? But from here, we will need to head out the window over to this little doobly-doo. Ever play games with my partner? Sometimes, yeah. We played Minecraft on streams before for, like, charity streams, but they're not much of a traditional, like, console gamer or PC gamer. They played GeoGuessr a lot, and they played, like, the Pokemon games, bit of Tetris, like, the usual kind of chill games, but, yeah, they've said in the past that they, don't like getting super into video games because then it becomes more like an obsessive thing, and, like, they're not the kind of person who wants to, like, cultivate obsessions like that because they don't get anything else productive done. Not an Elden Ring player? Not so much, no. But I know a few other people who are Elden Ring players, so I've done a bit of seamless co-op on this channel before. It's another golden seed for us. I think we need 2 at this point. I'm going to grab the Fort Faroth Grace, but then come back when I have the equipment that we need, because we need a bleed weapon. I don't have one yet. So we're going to quickly checkpoint here. Probably just reset the dragon. Oh, and Melna invites us to the round table hold. Okay, we'll do this quickly.
Forgive me to determine if you had. It seems torrent.
Because of course we're outside of Limgrave now, so yes, let's go to the round table. Absolutely respect the I don't want to cultivate an obsession like that stance. Yeah, no, it's very reasonable. They have other obsessions. They're streaming live right now over at twitch.tv/celerymin. If you haven't seen their streams before, they're a makers and crafting streamer. Currently writing out the entirety of Lord of the Rings by hand using fountain pens and cool stationery, which gives you a pretty reasonable idea of how an obsession can be cultivated, but it is a productive one.
Very well. It is safe.
I just killed Gideon in the other stream, so kind of funny to see him.
To the round table. I teach and explore the
Corin, I'm not going to need any incantations aside from one, but thank you.
May the golden order.
You haven't gone to see Garank yet. Well, just as long as...
I kind of went to see Garank, but don't worry about that for now.
Well, just the honor of one way. She's my servant. Take your eyes off her if you find her.
And then Hugh.
You're new. No matter. Lay out your arms. That's even nothing special. I'm trapped mess all
So I don't have time for more obsessions? Yeah, basically.
No, well, no grudge against my being a... Besides, despite my decides, you know.
Hugh has no grudge against us. He's a good man. Let's go see Fia as well. Hilarious that I have my sword out. Let's not do that.
Greetings. I am Great champ. Perhaps you doing so will. And you? Do you think it where I come from?
Ah. Hugh, best boy. Yes, there are so many best boys in this game.
You are.
I am.
What you felt, though it is, come back to me. I will take you.
And so I think we still get another hug now to get the extra dialogue and stuff, right?
I am. Would you like me to? The blessing. Would you like now?
Where she explains what her whole deal is. Who is best doggo? Probably Malekith in this game. Probably, kind of. Then again, every creature in this game is a dog to players, so probably the Turtle Pope.
I was away, pray, despite so then good day.
Alright, cool. We did that. So now we've started Fia's quest line. We can get some of that stuff done a little later. Alabaster Lord continues his journey. Yeah, so now at least we have the Table of Lost Grace accessible to us. We have 2 spell slots and no spells. We can mix the Wondrous Physic. That's something I forgot to do last time until midway through some stuff. I'm not going to go and fight Alberic. Thank you for asking. And we'll get this gesture because it's rude not to. I mean, it's rude anyway, but let's get this. And yeah, the Finger Seal is probably one we will pick up later just so I can use the incantation that prevents you from succumbing to Scarlet Rot. Because we will need that where we're going. Anyway, let's get back to the first step. We'll go south, hit up the Weeping Peninsula, get the Morning Star, and on the way we should be able to get ourselves a gold-pickled Foulfoot. Muriel Pastor Vows best doggo? Yeah. So that joke, for anybody who is curious, if you haven't played Elden Ring and haven't seen all of the player messages everywhere, around basically every animal, every passive animal, there are like turtles and stuff around the map here and there. Players leave messages that say, could this be a dog? And things, because it's funny. And as such, every creature in this game, regardless of whether or not it is a dog by default. Now, over here, where is the best spot to get the gold pickled fowlfoot, because there's one on the beach, and I think probably it's going to be better to get the one over here on the ruins cliff top. I can't remember if there's actually one on the Weeping Peninsula. Let's get this grace while we're here. There must be one on the Weeping Peninsula somewhere, but I don't know where. Oh yeah, I also need to use this. Just noticed my health debuff, and I was like, yeah, we should probably deal with that, yeah. Just gonna ride past all of these guys. I also need to start grabbing, wherever I can find them, somber smithing stones. Because once we have the Alabaster Lord Sword, we're going to need to level it up, and it's a somber weapon. So we will cross that bridge when we come to it. We are going to be doing a lot of the tunnels and stuff to get weapon upgrades. So I imagine we will come across enough of those pretty quickly, but that's that. Can we get down from here into the Mistwood? I think we can, but we probably shouldn't, because I really do need to go south. Oh, we can get some extra runes from here as well. That's nice. Ignore the wolves. Just pick all of this stuff up. Okay, that seems like it's about everything we wanted. Everyone is dogs until proven otherwise. It's like crabs. It's like we all sort of become crab over time. We'll also be back here relatively soon to start Blythe's quest line, but not going to worry about that right now. First task is just to acquire runes, get statted up, get in shape. Of course, our task here is not die, which is easier this time than it was last time. I like this sword. I played with this sword for a while when Zloy and I were playing, so I have a pretty decent idea of how it handles. We might put a different Ash of War on it later, but it's not going to be Storm Stomp, let me tell you. Alright, let's grab this. That. You. That's the rest of the smithing stones we'll need. And now this. Perfect. Like how a toddler will assume any animal they don't recognize as a doggy, a kitty, or a horsey? Yes. It's the Monsters Inc. approach. Where Sully is just kitty.
Hello? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina, the servant's but I swear my good father decided himself. The servants, they've since come for I fear it's please. Would you mind taking in my soul with please? Thank you. Then please.
Alright, we're delivering the letter.
Deliver it to my...
Okie doke. We'll do that a bit later. If you can pet it, it is a pet. I mean... yeah, I guess so. Ah, dog. This one actually is a dog, and it's the worst. But never mind, we're not here for the dog, we're here for this. And now we leave. Lycan Phoenix, thank you for the raids. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. I'm having an absolute shocker, but we're playing Elden Ring, so I'm kind of fine. I guess. We're about to go and fight a big dragon. Thanks so much, Lycan Phoenix. Hope you had a great stream. I will just briefly check that yeah, I can equip this. Okay, good. I thought I could, but we just need to make sure. The requirements for it are very slim, but there are some stat requirements, but fortunately the Vagabond kind of fulfills those requirements by default, so... This is Flying Dragon Greyoll. We are here to ignore him, or her, possibly her. A lot of the dragons are female, I think. We're not here to kill that dragon. That's an important thing to note. That dragon we are leaving the heck alone until we are stronger. And have more gravity magic. Oh, also avoiding being struck by lightning. I need all the cups of tea now. Today has been a thing. And I am quite hopeful that I'll be able to recover some of my hard drive data because it still has all of my, like, you know, my Minecraft SOS episode and stuff. But, you know. We'll do what we can. Okay, now we get the Fort Faroth Grace. We have 1,194 runes. That's just under the amount we need to level up. Runes are going to be trivial soon, but I might just go and kill... Now we're here. I might just go and kill one guard so I can level up and have minimal runes. Go into Fort Faroth, get the Scar Seal, and... How many do we need? Yeah, like literally one guard will do. Nice. All we needed. Now I'll have like 12 runes. If I die, I die. Who's ready to kill a dragon? So we're going to level strength a lot. Probably vigor a decent amount as well. And maybe a little bit of dexterity if I can swing it. Yeah, 20 runes is very losable. Well, while we're here, we also get the half of the Dectus medallion, so... We only get a little bit poisoned for our trouble. Had a porcupine in your backyard once? How did that go for you? It's always kind of funny doing this, getting the right half of the Dectus medallion before you get the left half. Okay, here we get this. We make the jump. We avoid big rats. We collect this, and we die. Always a fun way to die. It was just sheltering from the heat for the day and then moved on. Just had to keep the cats inside. Yeah, that's important. That sounds very important. Oh, okay. Right. Let's equip a Morning Star and probably also one of these. And let's go attack a dragon. Helpful player message that says, here! There we go, there's the bleed damage. That's what I'm talking about. So how's everyone doing? How's your day? had a bee's nest, they got to know the sound of your voice and would come out and boop you. Today is Thursday. I took a shower feeling pretty presentable. That's nice. Always nice when you feel a bit more yourself, you know. I gotta say, one thing about it being sunny and bright out is that, like, when I went downstairs to make a cup of tea after the PC crash and when I was feeling like a little bit like, oh god, more of these problems, and it was kind of stressful, I got to look out into my garden, and my garden's been growing nicely this year. We've got some berry bushes pretty well established at this point. We've got some carrots and spring onions growing, some nice flowers out on the patio, and it's a sunny, like, mid-evening here in the UK, and I just went, you know what, this could all be a lot worse. Like, the wonder of the digital age is that I'm able to get back up and running and stream same day that I have a catastrophic crash on my main PC, and I'm able to carry on doing what I love, playing a game I enjoy. Even in the case of something like Survival Guide, I have a backup on this PC that I've not done a great deal since making the last video on the other PC, that I could very well continue. We'd lose the progress that we made today and a few trees that I chopped on the stream the other day, but ultimately if I had to continue Survival Guide, then I could very easily do it from here and it wouldn't be a problem, you know? We're just lucky that the type of stuff that I do, it's not like the computer is linked up to the life support, you know what I mean? If there's a minor inconvenience like this, well, a pretty major inconvenience like this, but it's not like I lose everything. The wonder of the digital age. Alright, we are a couple more bleeds away from getting a whole bunch of runes dumped on us. What happened to my main PC? During the Minecraft stream earlier, it blue screened during a Minecraft bingo run, and then it just wouldn't boot properly after that. It got to the desktop a couple of times. I immediately started trying to back up some files, and then it crashed in the middle of that too. So, yeah, it's not having the best time right now. I'd had a couple of blue screen crashes while I'd been editing, but I had a feeling that was something to do with like driver incompatibility on the graphics card. It was honestly a little bit different to the PC problems I'd been having before this, because there were no blue screens before this. It just kind of crashed. So in this case I was kind of surprised that it started blue screening, which is why I assumed it was a different issue. And I still think it's something to do with the graphics card. I think the graphics card in it is just dying, and they only replaced the connecting cable last time they repaired it instead of replacing the graphics card itself, but I think the graphics card itself is to blame. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to have to do to get any of it vaguely functional, but we'll find out, I guess. So I think we'll start putting levels into dex from here, because we will need some dexterity for the build, but I think 25 vigor, 30 strength, and what else we can put into dexterity, I think that's a pretty good start for this character. Okay, so now we've killed Greyoll, and I have a decent start for the runes. We're going to go to the Mistwood and find Blythe. So we get the map for that south part of Limgrave as well, so that's kind of helpful. We do the whole thing with Blythe because it's not an essential part of Ranni's quest, but it is a part of Ranni's quest. So we might as well begin with that. Did you miss the Minecraft stuff? Yes. You also missed my computer crashing horribly during a Minecraft bingo run, and now I'm on the backup PC playing Elden Ring to relax, I guess. Okay, so now we have heard this. And I think if we go around here, there might be a smithing stone 2 in the chest or something. I think that's a thing. Still have to sneak a little bit because there's a bear over there. But the bear is guarding the axe talisman, I think. Yeah, there we go. Smithing stone 2. Axe talisman might be worth having. Yeah. Let's equip this now, just because we could equip the Saw Seal, but also... Actually, you know what? Let's equip the Saw Seal. We'll keep the Axe Talisman for later, because charge attacks are going to be really good on the Alabaster Lord Sword once we have it. Now, from here, we need to go back to Church of LA and speak to Carle. Newbie in Minecraft, you have no idea what you're doing, so still like Elden Ring? Okay, that's awesome. I'm glad you're here for the Elden Ring at least.
Wait, well, you're the how I suppose he next time.
So he's going to give us the finger snap gesture. We can go say hi to Blythe, which I don't have a super close by grace to do, but we can do that. My runes are going to be in Fort Farroth for a while, but there's only 20 of them, so it's fine. Yeah, we should be back to Minecraft next stream. I don't know quite when the next stream is going to be, because this weekend should be Dungeons & Dragons with 8-bit. And... yeah, it's going to depend what the other PC is able to do. But we can at least get some stuff done now. So Blythe is just up here howling away. I need to wave at him. And there he is.
Who goes there? Carle sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darriwil. He fled somewhere nearby. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you Darriwil, and in need.
Alright. I cannot wait to get his sword at some stage. But let's go do the Forlorn Hound Evergaol now. I think we should be able to take Darriwil with our improved stats. Not quite as easy as just spamming Star Shower or whatever it was we did last time. Still, let's summon Blythe. He'll make the fight pretty trivial. I think after this I might go and make some more tea.
Darriwil. Rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends.
I almost became a parry Andy for a second there. That was not going to happen. Oh, never mind, Blythers. We're just jumping this guy. I feel bad for him almost. There we go, I got him. I got him. It's fine, I got him. Nice. The Bloodhound's Fang run is obviously going to be a favourite amongst people who've played this game. Ah, right. And I think he gives you a Somber Smithing Stone too. So that's actually another item off our shopping list.
I'll have to work for it, but don't say I'm not a
Yeah, nice.
Oh yes. If you venture, tell him I sent you. He'll be sure I owe you one, alright? That's enough chit-chat. It's time we parted.
Well, in fact, we're actually headed to Ray Lucaria now, so we'll see. We'll see how we get on, eh? So here's the fun thing about Elden Ring, and one of the absolutely fantastic things about this game, in my opinion. You can basically do whatever you want in any order. There are some exceptions, but in the last playthrough, we did a decent amount of Ranni's quest. We never finished it. We just did enough to progress a little bit and just kind of see which way the wind was blowing, which on Storm Hill is everywhere. But I kind of wanted to do that just in case there were magics that we wanted, but by that stage I'd already kind of settled on doing a glintstone sorcery playthrough and just getting like the founding sorceries, the primeval sorceries. But in that one we did Stormveil first, so we had the whole thing with like Ranni refusing to let us join her because Roger was suggesting, oh, we just do this to find out about the curse mark, and we call her out for being Ranni behind the Knight of the Black Knives, and she's all like, oh, okay, you know about all of that then, huh? You've clearly got ulterior motives, I don't trust you. Whereas now, we're just going to walk into her house and she's going to be like, what are you doing here? Okay, cool. Maybe it's Providence. Do you want to sign up to be one of my dudes? And I'll be like, yes, Ranni, actually. I do want to sign up to be one of your dudes. Okay, I can one-shot the wolves here. I think we'll be alright. Irina is probably already dead, so we're about to see Hyetta. Or maybe not. Maybe she's not dead until you go and, like, go further down the Weeping Peninsula. You know what else is fun? Oh, no, there she is. You know what else is fun? Topes is alive, and he'll stay alive. I'm only going in here to get the Sacred Tear. I don't actually need to talk to Topes. We'll see him again for the Astrologer playthrough anyway. I think, honestly, when we do the Astrologer playthrough, I'm going to have the optional objective of getting all the sorceries. Like, every possible sorcery. So we'll do, like, a proper shopping list playthrough for that one. Which is going to mean completing Topes' quest and doing a lot of the optional stuff. But then we'll have the full arsenal to play around with when we get to the Elden Beast fight. Oh, I can buy a lantern from here as well. That's a good idea at this stage. It's him or the guy on the Weeping Peninsula, so I figure why not this guy, right? Just going to reset the aggro of the enemies nearby. We can add to our flasks. And this guy. Hello.
You're surprised you found no matter. No, I don't. Oh, but don't ask.
I won't ask. It's fine. Okay, so with that, we're going through Leonia. We're going to get hold of the map over here and probably get attacked by the Wraith Callers unless I make the first move. Okay, they're not terrible. They're not too bad. I'll take it. That was better than last time. Last time I tried to swipe the map out from under them and I got very, very killed. Or at least, like, attacked quite quickly. Yeah, we can all jump around. Alright, so, Touch Grace. Ow. Okay, and it is here that I'm going to take a quick break. Thank you so much for bearing with me and for my mood is improving somewhat, especially having fun playing this game with you all. But I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to go make some more tea, and I'll be back in a few minutes. See you soon. I'm back. I have tea, I have water, I ate a banana. And we're going to continue this manic drive into Liurnia. I'm going to have to get up to about here or so, I think. That's roughly where the next map is. Although, I guess we could do this. I hate doing it this way. We could do it this way. I mostly hate doing it this way because the Royal Revenants are awful, and if you draw that one to aggro, it sucks. But we made it! So, we can get the Grace here. And then ride back down through all of these guys in order to get the map for this part. I was a little way off, but not too bad. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. Whoop. Alright, don't really need anything here. Not going to worry about any of these guys. Excuse me, sir. Let's leave via the main road, or alternatively, let's detour and get this golden seed. And yeah, the map is over this way. Albinorix. Oh, folks, if you're excited for this, if you're excited for Alabaster Lord and the Alabaster Lord sword playthrough, you are not ready for the Albinoric bow and Jessica Albinoric. Which is what I've decided the next character is going to be called. Anyway, now we have this all figured out. We need to get this, probably this, probably this. Oh, and also that. So yeah, we'll do those. Those are kind of in a line. Right. Let's take some stuff off the list, starting with the closest one. And before I get absolutely destroyed by lobsters. Silbana Wolf. Thank you so much for the 26 months. The playthrough of Zloy was so funny. These playthroughs are perhaps not as funny because Zloy is hilarious. But these playthroughs are at least faster, so there's more of them and you get more value for money or something. Jessica Albinoric is a great name. Thank you. Thank you. I pride myself on that. After struggling with Aaron G. Stone, I think Alabaster Lord and Jessica Albinoric are both incredible names, so I'm probably going to plan a few ahead just so I have, like, a slightly prepared roster of names for upcoming playthroughs, and I have a chance to think of something funny. Are they sleeping? Let's try not to touch the tendrils. It's like the warden. You don't want to, like, make contact. There we go. Some more smithing stone 2s. Oh, God. I splashed. Run. Oh, I think we got away with it. Just got the joke of Jessica Albinoric. Yeah. The only problem is it doesn't fit. I already tested this because I'm an idiot. It didn't fit into the name field for character creation. So I think she's just going to be called Jess Albinoric, but it still counts. Okay, this one here. Basically, we're doing a round tour of Liurnia to try and get as many smithing stones that are above our current level as we possibly can. because then we can do a bunch of upgrades before we go to Caria Manor and try and tank our way through the fight against Loretta. And then, and only then, we'll be able to start Ranni's quest in earnest. Obviously, I'm not expecting to be able to beat Radagon today, but we'll at least get to doing some stuff in Shifra River, and let me actually quickly see how many of those I have. 8. Okay, cool. We need 12. So we're not too far off. Let's at least get the Temple Quarter Grace, even though we're not going to fight the dragon right now. Nor are we going to fight any of these octopi. Do you have the option of dual-wielding 2 of the same weapon for a playthrough? Yes, that's the idea. We're not going to get to Uchigatana for a while, but yes, I would like to do a couple of dual-wielding playthroughs, because honestly, dual-wielding is not a playstyle I've tried that much in this game, and once again, I'm looking for ways to expand my understanding of how you can play this game in fun, different ways. I'm not sure what's the first weapon that we'll actually get to dual wielding, but there are definitely going to be a lot of ones that we can acquire from like basic enemies that it will be possible to power stance, so looking forward to finding out what those are. We might also end up dual-wielding stuff just because it will get 2 playthroughs done for the price of 1, as it were. Because there are 300+ weapons in this game, and there are only going to be more of them after the DLC finally arrives, so there are definitely going to have to be some playthroughs where we combine them if I want to actually complete all 300+ in a reasonable amount of time. I thought for a second that the horse had gathered some sort of, like, rocket boost, but no, it turns out I was being followed by a Wraithcaller attack. That is almost all the smithing stones we need. I almost just had my head power blasted off. Pressure washed by a lobster. But at least we can grab this Grace. Assuming Marika's Hammer and the Sacred Relic Sword are both exempt, I'm going to do New Game Plus runs for those. So whichever character I finish before that, we keep that character, it becomes the New Game Plus run. Maybe we respec, I don't know. But yeah. I'm looking forward to a lot of these playthroughs. Like, there will be some that will be, honestly, pretty incredible. Like, for example, the Jar Cannon playthrough. That's one I'm very much looking forward to. There are several I'm not looking forward to, like, for example, Hand of Melania, for which we will have to beat Melania and then switch to a completely different weapon for the rest of the run. Yeah, Hand Ballista is before Hand of Melania, so that's going to be an interesting challenge. Also, coming up sooner than you'd think, Arbalest, which is going to be a fun thing to have. Oh, this is not the... Yeah, this is not the smithing stones. There's going to be some very interesting curveballs, I guess, throughout this process. And I cannot wait for a lot of them. Now then, I think at this point we have 11 Smithing Stone 2s and 9 Smithing Stone 3s. So we can get our weapon up to +8. I think maybe we'll need to go here for a couple more of them. Just for a quick Smithing Stone 2, perhaps. Inspired me to do a take on the A-Z challenge. Do a run with a random weapon. Once done, remove it from the list. Get another random weapon. Awesome. Awesome. Let me know how that goes for you. I'm really excited to hear about that. And the cool thing is, obviously, with many of these weapons, we're going to be building for the stats that the weapon scales with. But there are so many different, like, ins and outs of that. So, like, in the case of this sword, we're going for strength and a bit of int and a bit of dex. But we're also going for, like, gravity sorceries and stuff on the way. And I do think it's going to be interesting to see where that ends up. But there are going to be some things that, like, a strength int build with a different weapon would do completely differently. And so that's the part where I'm really interested to see how this all shakes out. Like, how many times do we revisit the same type of character build? Either because we know it'll work, or because there aren't any options, you know? Because I think, one of the cool things about there being so many different weapons is that, like, yes, there are a lot of great swords, a lot of which are going to feel and handle kind of the same, but none of them are going to have exactly the same set of stats. So you're going to find that the default, like, the Lordsworn's greatsword is going to be something that scales with strength, but it's not going to scale with strength int, and so it doesn't necessarily prompt you to do a build that involves more sorcery unless you start, like, infusing stuff. That's the other thing I think I should keep in mind, is that obviously some of these weapons, the more basic ones, can be infused, and maybe we'll end up doing some of that. Oh, also this is not going to be great for me with a non-strike damage weapon, but here we are. Oh, I also forgot I have my shield out. Although two-handing is probably going to do slightly better for me. Nice. Oh, we got more Somber 2s. Cool. Now we need this. Another Somber 2, and then behind here, a Somber 3. Going to be starting it today, just setting up the randomizer. Nice. How am I going to handle the weapons I get from the Elden Beast Remembrance? Somebody did ask that earlier. The idea is that we're going to do New Game Plus playthroughs for those. I know that sorcery all too well, buddy, and I'm not going to let you land it. Yeah, so we're going to do New Game Plus playthroughs specifically for those. Whichever character had the previous weapon, that character is going to go on to New Game Plus. We will respec them if necessary, and then we'll use whatever the relevant weapon is. It's like the Golden Order Greatsword or whatever the one is that shoots the beam. It's actually going to be really good for New Game Plus, because then we'll just have that farming spot with all the Albinorics, and we can get all of the runes that way. Do you get many Smithing Stone 3s from this tunnel? That's my main concern here. Well, my main concern should probably be, how do I not get my butt kicked by magic? The answer is, of course, by killing the mages. Oh, I forgot you can fling people with this stuff. Absolutely not. Workcall made it so you missed the end of Aaron's final battle. Which ending did I choose? I had no choice. I went for the standard ending because I'd not done any of the side quests and stuff that allow me to get the other endings. I'm actually really interested in seeing which endings each of our characters pick, and that's kind of part of the journey of this for me too. Is like, I think this character, because we're doing so much of Ranni's quest, I think it makes sense that Alabaster Lord is probably going to get the Age of the Moon ending. But then, what is Jessica Albinoric going to do, you know? What is the appropriate ending of Elden Ring for a character who only uses an arbalest? These are the questions we're going to have to answer, and I'm looking forward to that. Okay, do we now have enough smithing stones? Yes, we do. Okay, we can leave here then. I think we'll just leave via the... Maybe we'll leave via the boss room. We'll exit via the gift shop. Is this just an item? I can't remember this one. What happens? Oh, it's somber. Somber. Yes. Well, we've got several somber smithing stone 2s now, which we shouldn't need more than one of, but maybe we end up pairing the Alabaster Lord Sword with something else that's somber. I think the main thing I'm going to end up pairing it with is the meteorite stuff, though. And that cannot be upgraded, so we'll see how that goes for us. My first character I accidentally got frenzied. Oh, interesting. I did not do any of the frenzied flame stuff with my first character. I actually got the Ranni ending on my first character. But when Zloy XP and I played this together, we got the frenzied ending because that's just the path we went down. And it made perfect sense because the entire time he had been talking about, like, we're just going to burn this tree down. And he was actually like, yeah, no, we're doing it. We're actually doing it. So it was pretty fun in that respect. Oh, this. Okay, right. Yeah, we need the... This is actually where I got the glintstone knife that I played through most of Aaron's run with. Hello, Ollie. Hope you're well. My PC crashed horribly during the Minecraft stream, so now I'm playing Elden Ring on my backup PC. Although I did channel that into a glorious victory right at the beginning of the stream, so I feel slightly better about that fact. Guys. And that is why I wanted to backstab him. Unfortunately, that did not work. You know what? We're just gonna run past these guys. We're just gonna do a little sneaky run past. We don't have to fight every enemy in this game. Sometimes it's fun, but other times it sucks. I'll take all of these and Scarper as well. Yeah, I don't need any more smithing stones now, so we should be good. If we do need more smithing stones later, I will come back here and get them. You, get away. It's like the fighting God of War. We're on the elevator. These also look like God of War enemies, a little bit. Ooh, another somber stone. Don't mind if I do. Let me take this off my carousel first of all. There we go. Alright, Crystalian? Crystalian. Yeah, this should be okay. I don't have a strike weapon, but I just have to poise break these guys. They go down pretty easy after that. Oh, you can throw them around a little bit as well. That's nice. Okay, so from this point on... yeah, we should do a lot more damage. I love that everyone's PCs are dying. Yeah, I'm happy to be part of that trend, I guess. I do hate that it's happened so soon after I got it back from repairs that didn't cost very much and were supposedly fine. What Art of War is that? Stamp Upward Cut is the one that comes with this sword. I've not changed anything about it aside from upgrading it. So, yeah, it's just the standard Lord Sorn's Greatsword with a cheeky +2. And that's just the strong attack with it, I guess, the R2. So now, once I can get out of here and actually be on my horse, thank you. Bong! We're going to go to Ravine Veiled Village and get some more smithing stones, because I'm an absolute fiend! It is a good mix-up move, yeah. This sword is, like, a little bit slow, but I'm trying to get used to great swords because this character is going to end up with the Alabaster Lord's great sword. I think it's just Alabaster Lord's sword, but the great sword part is, like, what the actual weapon is. And to do that, I have to do a lot of Ranni's questline. So we're doing that basically as quickly as possible, but that involves fighting Radagon at some point, so I will actually have to be good at playing this game and have a good enough weapon that I'll deal damage to him instead of just sucking. So the goal right now is just to upgrade this as much as possible. I also, to even get in to talk to Ranni, I need to beat a boss that's in Carrier Manor, so we've got to do that as well. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. The other good news, Ollie, is that my Minecraft SOS episode is still on my old PC, and I do not know if I'll be able to boot it up for long enough that I can actually get the footage. So, worst comes to worst, I might just end up publishing my SOS episode like a month after it's finished. But I mean, who's counting, right? It's only the episode with, like, the cool time lapses in it and stuff. It's only the episode where I actually do any building. I can say I'm doing an ollie. I wasn't going to call the man out live on stream, Ginger. Hear you thinking it. I mean, alright, I was thinking. Come on, he's in the chat. He was in the chat. He might just be busy. And this is a smithing stone 4 or 5, I want to say? 5, yeah, okay, cool. I think there will be more of these in Gale Tunnel as well. I don't know if I want to go to Gale Tunnel yet. To be fair, I think we were all thinking it. I mean, you'll need to give the man some more credit. He's a nice man. He's a nice man. Say nice things. Okay, cool. Smithing stone 4s are on the cards. We'll stab this guy. Oh, he's got a lot more health than the other guys did. Ah, and deals a decent amount of damage along with it, but that's fine. Fortunately, this sword can really throw him around a bit. That's the advantage of great swords, I think, is they can really throw him around a bit. This is the room where we have to worry about all of the ambushing, but let's not worry about that because we can ambush them. Well, I got poisoned, didn't I? Don't you tee-hee me. Absolutely not. Oh, another smithing stone 3. Fine. 2 4s. Pretty good. Didn't mean to heal there, but I did. Okay. Hey, at least I'm keeping healthy with all this poison around. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Okay, we got everything in this room. There's a couple more guys hiding in here, I think. But we're just going to take the lift. Bye-bye. Is there anything on the way up? I forget what that is. That might be another smithing stone. I don't really want to go back down for it, though. Very vulgar of them it is, I know. It's vulgar. Just gonna give this man a stab. Yes, mate. He's done a lot of damage to me there. That's my main problem. He's done a lot of damage to me. The other advantage here is that we don't have a whole lot of runes for me, like, leveling up, because leveling up takes me a lot of runes now I've killed the big dragon and everything. But on the other hand, I'm getting a great deal of runes that will be helpful in upgrading my swords, which will not be all that expensive. Thanks, lads. Oh, lightning grease. Fun. Also, the Vulgar Militia Saw is not a weapon we're going to have to worry about for a long time in these playthroughs. If they continue. Yeah, it's not quite Smash Bros. Final Smash, but it's a pretty solid weapon art, I think. Yeah, joke's on you, lads. I was mid-animation and therefore invincible. Cheers. I think that's my first rune arc. He's on his break. We'll leave him alone. This is a Somber Smithing Stone 4 bug. And we're out. Okay. What have you got? Soft cotton? Thought so. I remember this. A little midpoint grace. Blackclad's first random weapon is the ivory sickle. Nice. Oh, that was an announcement. Fine. Makes sense. gonna do a cheeky stab on this man. I feel like the upward cuts would be especially good on these guys. That's a fun skill to have when you're surrounded by bats. There's at least one more here. I'm fairly certain. How are we doing for... Okay, we need at least one more of these to make it to plus 11. Oh, there he is. Took you long enough. So we can get up here. I think there's another Somber up here. I don't think I did this part last time. Yeah. Not a whole lot to get up there, though. Something, something Latin singing. There's also this. Which we can just stab that guy. And another Somber. Cool. Again, happy to have duplicates of these if it means we end up with another Somber weapon later, but... There only like there must be Somber weapon shields and stuff. We can maybe end up with one of those. Sooner or later there will be a playthrough where I learn to parry, but it is probably not this one. Unless parrying Radagon is going to be a viable strategy where nothing else will work. Also, I realised that I still have all of my checkpoints, my little beacons on the map, and I need to get rid of them. Otherwise they're gonna... No, don't travel there. There we go. Definitely don't travel there right now. I've got all of this stuff to do. Okay, that's a number 4. There's one more of those over here. Oh, there's 2 more of those over here. Great. Even better. So we've got 3 more Smithing Stone 4s left to acquire. There might be a couple more up there. But obviously there's also bats up there. I really don't fancy fighting the singing one. I feel like she's going to be a problem for me in this build. But then again, I do have a decent amount of like health and stuff, so maybe we'll do this. Yeah, okay, great. Slightly better than I was expecting, actually. I do feel like I've killed their mum somehow. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Get a proper upward cut on one of these. Don't believe you can parry Radagon. That would make a great deal of sense. He is canonically the strongest man. Also, is there something over here that I missed? Is there like something around the corner? There's probably another stone somewhere here, right? Oh no, I think I did that last time too. Just following the lights, ending up in the one corner in this game that doesn't have like at least an item in it. See you later, Ginger. Thanks for stopping in for as long as you have, and for bearing with us through all the technical troubles. Have a good one. Death to octopi in this case. This guy nipping at my ankles. So anytime you see an enemy with glowing eyes in this game, it means that they're worth 5 times the runes. It does look very cool when the enemy is also a giant bat. I'm a lot happier when the enemy is a giant bird, though, because when those birds in Mogwin Palace have glowing eyes, they give you, like, 80,000 runes. Which is pretty good if you're using them to level up. Okay, well, we can at least get to the magma worm platform right now. Obviously, we're not going to Altus. Don't want to do that at this stage in the game. Probably balk some quests if we did, but... Is there another smithing stone here? Ah, there is. So that's another smithing stone 4. We've got one more left, and there's one over there. I'm not going to worry about the stuff down there, because there is a weapon there, but again, I don't need it for this playthrough. Unless we're planning on dual-wielding the, is it like Great Serpent's Curved Sword or something like that? There's like one of those ridiculous weapons. Okay, we are good on Smithing Stone 4. I think that might be where we leave this little adventure. That's where we come up. That guy over there might have like a rune arc or something, I think. But I don't think we can really get a great deal more Smithing Stone 5s until a little bit later. I might briefly Google it. Might be that guy and Google it. Let's see. Smithing 5. Lucaria, Windham Ruins, Nokron, Lanedale, Mount Gelmir, Shaded Castle, Altus Tunnel. Oh, Sellia Crystal Tunnel. Of course. That'll be worth doing. Although we are probably going to die. So let's upgrade the sword first. Even though I just teleported, I will teleport again. Let's upgrade the sword first. Roderica's here now, because we've been outside of Limgrave. Hey, man.
Well, I took you for no matter. It's all this. Lay out your arm.
Okay, big upgrade time. Okay, we are Lordsworn's Greatsword 12. We've been live for 2 hours. This character has been alive for 1 hour and 45 minutes, and we're already about halfway through the potential weapon upgrades. We're about to go and get a couple more. Again, this is me trying to maximize my chances of actually beating Radagon relatively early, or even getting through the Loretta boss fight. Which way am I headed? This way. The other thing I should probably do is go and get some more Sacred Tears, because having a heal that actually does something for the Radagon fight, probably recommended. Excuse me. Doggo. I'm off to fight the rats. Okay, this is looking solid. Solid, promising, worth it. The other good thing about being a strength build is that we get a lot of natural damage resistance, so I'm hoping that having put a ton of levels into strength early, I'm not as squishy as I was as an astrologer. Let's find out, eh? a sip of tea while this is loading in. We have been deeper into Caelid than this already, but the game is still not expecting us to be there. And also surrounded by glintstone miners, so... Man, I hate this attack. I hate this attack so much. Which is why... I stab you. Okay, now we stab the other guy. This one down here. Who will lead me a merry dance around all the other enemies in this place. But we did it. And now I acquire some of these. I think the rest of these are all just crystals. There's one more around the back of this hut, I think. Nice. Okay. How am I planning to use every weapon? One at a time. And sometimes two at a time if we have the opportunity to do that. But we just completed our playthrough with the Academy Glintstone Staff today. We are now on the Alabaster Lord's Sword. Once we beat the game with that, we move on to the Albinauric Bow. After that, I think it's the Arbalest or something like that. I forget exactly what the order is. Oh no, there's an Albinauric Glintstone Staff before that, so we actually have another sorcery playthrough. But that one scales with Arcane, so that's the one where we start using like Briar sorceries and the other stuff that allows us to scale with Intelligence and Arcane. Like, I've never tried an Int Arc build. It doesn't seem like the most logical thing to do. So I'm kind of excited to give that a try. I am fully on board with that move. It's a really solid move. So now we have 5 Smithing Stone 5s. That will at least get us most of the way. Praise the jumping. That will get us most of the way to the next. I was ready for him this time. I remembered that guy ambushing me on the last playthrough, and I went, he's not going to do it this time. Okay, now we have enough to get the weapon to, what is that, plus 15? Okay, no, not quite, 14. And this is a Somber Smithing Stone 4? Yeah. It's weird that I know that. I fully acknowledge it is weird that I know that. That guy hit the roof. Do you see that? I hate pest threads. I hate pest threads. Oh. Well, we can get back there. We need to get deeper in here, I think. Just to get a couple more smithing stones. Maybe have a crack at the Fallingstar Beast? I don't know. I think if I can beat the Fallingstar Beast, then I think I feel better about my chances for Radagon. Absurd though that sounds. I didn't quite get to the point where you can activate the shortcut here though, so we'll take this one pest at a time. Bugs me that you can't get up there without jumping. This thing just does so much good poise damage. It's disappointed when you drop the Elden Ring co-op series with your brother-in-law. Yeah, that was just a timing thing on Chris's part. Like, Chris didn't have the time to follow through with it, unfortunately. He's mad. He's mad that we foiled his ambush plans last time. Yeah, we remember random things like this because we've been through these before and it wasn't pretty the first time. Alright, let's get over here. Let's do a little sneaky. Grab this, kill this guy. Wait for the pest to jump down, ambush him. Didn't work. I love the fact that the running R2 on this is so good. Like the swing. You get a little bit of iframes from it, which, I mean, is not... I mean, it's not iframes so much as it is just, like, good anti-stagger armor, whatever you'd call that, like, hyper armor. You don't get interrupted out of it very much. Depends what hits you, I guess, but... You have to go to different areas of the game to get the specific alphabetic weapon that you didn't have to go for the last playthrough. So, yeah, in this case, we're going to have to go further into Ranni's quest line, because that's where you go to the Lake of Rot. Is there any puppets or anything around here? I feel like there's puppets. I was ready for him. He didn't think I was ready for him, but I was ready for him. I'll be honest, that was a kind of awkward encounter, but we managed it. Managed to get him before he did too many stabs. Faithful's Canvas. Smithing Stone 5. How many is that? 9. Okay, so we have 3 more left to get. I don't remember if you get many of them from this boss fight, and if you do, how many? And honestly, I think at this point Radagon's Saw Seal is doing a lot of good work for us, even though it's causing us to take extra damage. So at this point, 9k runes. I'm fine losing them if we're not going to beat this guy, but I want to give it a try. Okay, we might manage this. Mainly if I'm just good at dodging. Which I wasn't. But I think we can take him. And if we take him, then we get Smithing Stone 6s. I also don't think I opened the shortcut. But the thing about that shortcut is you also have to still get past the pests. Long story short, nope. That was honestly a mismanagement of stamina. Like, I'm a little bit slow with this character, and I'm used to how fast Aaron was rolling. Alright, let's get over here. Let's hop down. Go past this guy. He had to stamp eventually. Specific, immense PTSD with this specific arena and boss? Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people come here the first time and they think that they need to beat this boss in order to leave. I think that's why a lot of people hate this bit. In this case, we're going to run past this guy now. Just so we can get in here slightly faster. Okay, do an attack. Do an attack. Give me a pattern I can recognize. Okay, cool. Caught by that one. A little bit rough, but we can manage it. Okay, that was good. That was good damage. I mostly just have to be wary of how much stamina I'm using, but this is solid. Again, the perks of upgrading this weapon a whole bunch before we got here. Okay, that time I rolled into him, which was a concern. I'm going to heal extra, even though I probably shouldn't. Oh, ouch. Oh, managed to avoid the worst hit of that. Now we need to be extra careful, heal twice. Oh, dang it. He's got me. Oh, not quite. Oh, no, he did. There's a final hit of that. Oh, boo. Very close. What's up, Bambi Geek? Welcome to Alabaster Lord. This is this guy's official name. And we will make our way back up to this ladder. Slowly, so as not to wake up the pests. And I think we've made it okay. Yeah, that's what that shortcut's good for. Obviously, in this part, we need to run past here without being seen. And this time I am two-handing the sword, which I wasn't last time, I think, because I just ticked the shield on by mistake. So I grab my runes. Punish. And be ready to dodge. Nice. Oh, very good. Might be able to get another stagger out of this if I'm not an idiot. Not the biggest fan of this attack in such a confined space, but... Ow. Okay. Be careful. I was not being careful, actually. One more heal. Just gotta be on our toes. Dang it. I'm going for the fancy moves, but the fancy moves do more damage. Ah, the fancy moves also get me killed. No, we can get this guy. We can definitely get this guy. Beady beep beady bee. Beady bee. Do I plan to play the new Monster Hunter when it comes out? No, Monster Hunter's never been my jam. Never really paid any attention to them. Is it a Nintendo franchise still? Like, I feel like a lot of the Monster Hunters came out on, like, Nintendo consoles. I could be wrong about that. But I know Monster Hunter Rise was on the Switch. Yeah. Yeah, and I know of them, I just don't know very much about them. Okay, hopefully a repeat performance of last time, except without the dying part. But we do need to make sure that we are well set up to fight Radagon, so I think this is going to be a worthwhile thing to have struggled through a couple of times here. Ow. Oh no. I thought I was running enough into the roll that I would manage to avoid that, but apparently not. Oh no. Blackclad Ginger said that you had another weapon picked out, but that was just like an example one or something, and so now you're using the Grafted Dragon. That's another one that I think is going to be a very strange playthrough when I get to it. So I hope it goes well for you. Have we had the obligatory wow, what an interesting Minecraft mod pack yet? I don't think so, but... I could be wrong about that. I might have just missed it in the chat or something. Yeah, honestly, Blackclad, I've never really given that weapon much attention. I think I jokingly equipped it in the co-op playthrough with Zloy, but I don't know if I ever used it, really. Like how he immediately opens with the attack that killed me last time. Insult to injury from this guy. I need to stop going for the stamp attacks, especially because his stamp attacks are worse. Okay, that'll do. Oh, he hasn't done that one yet. That's probably why I whiffed the timing so bad. Okay, this whole attempt is mistimed. I lost lock on for some reason. We're not doing too great on this one. Is our luck about to turn? Most likely not, but we'll get a crit out of it at least. I goofed that one up, but he let me have it. Oh, just in the nick of time. Heck yeah, get wrecked. Oh, and that's Smithing Stone 7. Oh no. That's actually not what we wanted. But hey, we got some stuff for next time, right? It's taking more time, but it's working. It was working. Unfortunately, we have now skipped a few upgrade steps, and I'm not sure where we can get Smithing Stone 6s from. So we'll have a gap for a little bit, but we can at least get ourselves up to 14. Let's go to the round table hold to do that, which I will need to leave here for. Oh, interesting though. While we're here, let's rest at this grace. Let's quickly grab this grace so that I can get my health flasks back. And while we're here, since we're in the Swamp of Aeonia, thank you for all the GGs in the chat. I appreciate them, regardless of whether I deserve them. While we're in the Swamp of Aeonia, let's get started on the other half of this character build, which is going to be, of course, gravity sorceries. And what better place to begin our gravity sorcery journey than here in the Swamp of Aeonia? If it works, it works. This is true. And yeah, I think I fought that fight pretty fair. I don't know quite how well that holds up to my assertion that we might be okay fighting Radagon if I could take on that boss. Radagon is a little bit more hectic than the Fallingstar Beast mode, but there's not a hidden wall here, is there? No, that's like every time. So now we have Rock Sling, and provided that I make it past the mushroom guys, we also can grab the meteorite staff. Okie doke, we got that, we got that. And there's also the perfumer's stuff here, but I don't really need that, so let's not worry about it. Instead, let's grab the Grace over here and Scarper. Is there a mushroom weapon? I don't know if there's a mushroom weapon. There's certainly mushroom armor. So you could be Fungalore if you wanted to. Okay, so now we're going to equip this. It needs 18 int to use, which we do not have at this stage. You do not start intelligent as a vagabond. So we're not going to equip it yet, but we will.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your own.
Heck yeah. Okay, we are now plus 14 on this thing. Looking pretty solid. Let's at least get the spirit tuning stuff started as well.
I saw another one. There I.
And then let's talk to Marika. The usual.
Greetings, my name is Isn't this the round table? I never knew.
I don't get to take a look at the visage of Alabaster Lord often enough now.
You're telling me? I don't believe you. If I do have, I suppose I should try. I'll ask Master Hugh to. Certainly he does. I know I can tell.
I think my headcanon for Alabaster Lord is that he's actually had his sword stolen by an imposter.
No matter. The girl. Are you who'd stay with an absurd? I refuse. I don't.
He looks half dead. Yeah, so do the Alabaster Lords in general, but...
Good to see. I have you to thank. I can have I'm as yet. But, and if there's any, well, I certain Roderick.
Okay, so we have spirit tuning now.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your arms then.
Hugh has no object permanence. I was literally in the room and he was like, oh, I thought you were dead.
I'm sorry.
So at this point, we have a decent amount of golden runes we could be using to level up, but it also costs a fair bit to level up, so I'm curious what we can squeeze out of the runes that we have. This will at least get us almost one full level up. This will take us a good chunk of the way to the next one. And then maybe top it off with a couple of those. And we'll put one into strength, one into vigor if we can. We're not going to start on intelligence leveling quite yet, because honestly, I don't know how well Radagon holds up against gravity magic, but he wields gravity magic, so I feel like probably quite well. So I think I should really focus on getting buff first. In the meantime, now that my weapon is this high level, we can probably make for carrier mana. I'm going to try fighting Loretta. And that's where we're going to end the stream, I think. Obviously, we can make our way past the lobsters. There's a couple of things we could pick up on the way. But I'm mostly okay with just letting it ride. There's a grace here that I know of. Shrimping ain't easy. We'll get the jellyfish shield, even though I don't think we'll be using it. Ah, and they are mad about that fact. It's the first live stream you've actually been able to catch. Hey, what's up? We're playing Elden Ring because my PC broke and I'm mad about it. Fortunately, I have a backup PC, but the reason I have a backup PC is because my PC broke. So, yeah, kind of hard to feel good about that, even though I'm still able to do what I'm doing. Hello, friends. Chill. Be chill. Be chill. Become chillest. See you later, Vinka. Have a good one. Thin beast bones, you say? What's up, Liara? We're doing well. We're heading out to Caria Manor right now. And we're about to fight a boss that will probably be where we land to end the stream. But we get this part of the map at least. Who's the backup PC now? Exactly. Like I said on Twitter, the backup PC is now the main PC. Since when do I stream Elden Ring? I streamed Elden Ring a little while ago with Zoy XP. And I decided to do this silly challenge, so I'm kind of capitalizing on the DLC hype right now. I imagine this concept of playing through alphabetically like this is ultimately doomed, but I'm planning on milking it while I can, you know?
I am an old soul here, perhaps. Oh, and if you come to I am after you don't know. Braved this territory. When the Raya look after Lucaria, I conjure that is why, unless you wish to.
Never seen this game played. It looks cool. It's a very cool game. It's also kind of tricky.
Something.
but I've played this game a lot, so I can sort of muddle my way through it. Oh yeah, we can probably, if we have the opportunity... we don't have enough runes for it right now. I can probably spend 2 of these. There we go, that'll be enough. And make sure I get the filigree crest. Because that's actually quite a nice talisman to have as a backup here. Right. To the manor. We are to the manor born. Ah! We made it. We made it to the Grace. We're good. We're good. Okay. Whew. They're going to add the sword in the DLC? Yes, we were joking about Aaron A. Aronson's sword being added at some stage. Okay, so just like in the last playthrough, we are going to avoid most of the finger creepers where we can. There might be some smithing stones here that we can grab later, but oh! I mostly didn't want that to happen. I also don't have anything that's good with, like, fire attacks and stuff, so, yeah, kind of need to avoid these things as best we can. Just make a beeline for the next Grace, which I'm pretty sure is up the stairs here. Was Torrent taking damage? Yeah, a little bit. It's fine, though. Torrent's a beast. And by that I mean a tank, not like a... not merely a beast. Yeah, Alan getting his local masseuse therapist to work out those knots, you know? An overabundance of fingers, if you ask me. Didn't even break his stride. Look at that. Just go around the corner this way. Ignore most of these guys. They are going to shoot at me with crossbows in a minute, but we don't need to worry about that part. We serpentine. That's how we deal with that. We serpentine and we also jump attack. And then we run for this door. Ah, you got me. Alright, you got me. But do I yield? Absolutely not. Time for yet another Grace. I think there are probably an abundance of weapons in this game that begin with the letter S, because a lot of them are called Sword of this, right? Sword of such and such. The one in this place that's caused me to consider that is the Sword of Night and Flame, which is probably going to come up in about 5 years if we continue at the pace we are. But I feel like there's got to be a lot that are like Sword of Ruin, Sword of that guy. Sword of Swordiness, yeah. So we're quite lucky that this one has the possessive apostrophe. And that we're meeting Alan so soon. Yeah, the Graces are checkpoints. If you've ever seen a Dark Souls game before, they are the bonfires, effectively, of this game. We had a swording contest and he won. Oh no, I won, sorry. He won? What? He's dead. How did he win that? I'm glad you asked. I'm also glad that that guy does not have a great deal of poise, and neither does his friend. Okay, here is the true test of our metal, although that was a pretty decent test, actually. Let's see if we beat Loretta. I think we beat Loretta. Maybe not first try, but I think we beat Loretta. Yo, Mermaid's Hair, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Oh gosh, that was a double hit, I think. Gonna heal one more time just in case. Mostly in case of that, but you know. Yeah! Okay, let's not get too hasty here. Just kidding, get hasty. Get hasty. Yeah! Okay, that was pretty straightforward. I think we did well there. We acquitted ourselves well. Yeah, and I should take from the fact that we only get enough runes to level up like once that we are comfortable at this stage, I would say. I'm going to add to my vigor because we will need it for the Radagon fight. We are blazing a trail to Ranni at this point. 3 sisters. Okay, well up here... we get Chilling Mist, which could be a useful Ash of War at some stage, but I don't really feel like doing a cold infusion on any of my weapons at this point. Maybe later. Maybe when we fight Fire Giants. But when we fight Fire Giant, we will have gravity magic, so we will see. You know what they say, the bigger they come, the harder they fall. Always thought it was cool that Ranni lets you just ride into her tower. Asama, hello, welcome in. Managed to not die on stream this time. Minecraft is much more forgiving than a Souls-like. Yeah, Minecraft Bingo crashed my computer earlier, and now it is having a time, so Elden Ring is almost a relief, but it's also a relief to have a backup PC. It is very horseable, it's true. Alright, here we go.
Oh. Again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Rena when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty.
And riding through my tower.
Tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
No particular reason.
No reason in particular thou claimest. Intriguing. Then mayhaps fate hath steered thee to this reunion.
We've actually got quite a similar complexion.
Wilt thou enter into my service? I am the witch Ranni. I stole death long ago, and search now for the dark path, that I might one day upend the whole of it, and rid the world of all that came before. Well, has that roused thy interest? I see. A choice well made. Thou art a rare sword, but I require as much of those under my command. I anticipate good work from thee. Good, there is. I would have the. I have called. Ah,
Alright.
heed not.
This is
I'm
the
sure
usual.
Speak, thou needs. It hath been a.
So we'll go talk to E.G. Blythe and Celavis, and then we'll wrap up the stream there. Because if we get into Shifra River, I'll be here all night. And much as I would like to be here all night, I also need to go and eat things and be normal for a bit. Do I prefer Mimic or Tish? The thing about Tish is that you have to beat the Black Knife Assassin in the Everjail to get Tish's ashes, and I really dislike that fight.
Do forgive, let us give together.
But obviously Tish is an incredible summon, so like I go with Mimic tier most of the time because it feels a bit more like I'm the one doing stuff. The Mimic tier is only as good as your abilities allow it to be.
Well, I'm still in the eternal city of Nokra. I'm planning to go see if I can. I'm going below. See if I can keep me waiting.
So by beat the game, I mean kill the final boss with every single weapon. Yes, we managed it with the Academy Glintstone Staff earlier this stream. Next we're trying the Alabaster Lord's Sword, and after that we will have to attempt to beat the Elden Beast with a bow. It's important to note that these are not like... It's not like solo that weapon, right? Like, they are character builds that we're working towards instead of just like... I can only use a Glintstone Staff and, you know, I can't equip like a sword or something like that. Like I'm absolutely building a character around these weapons. So like in this case, because it's a strength int build, I'm probably going to go with gravity magic. That works for the Alabaster Lord's stuff as well. Yeah, that's the idea.
Ah, I shall soon, and it will be this doll's. Still, I look for.
Alright, Ranni is about to be slumbering. And that, my friends, is where we will end the stream, I think. We'll be back to this at a later date. I'm not sure exactly when. It will probably be on this PC, judging by the state of the other one. But that's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. Still a very interesting challenge. Yeah, it's going to be a wild ride, let me tell you. But so far, we've done very well. We've gotten from starting this character some 2 hours and 25 minutes ago, all the way up to beginning Ranni's questline in earnest. We haven't fought any of the Shard Bearers yet. Radagon is probably going to be the first one. After we've done the stuff in the Mistwoods. We can probably take out a couple of bosses there. Honestly, like, if we wanted to get to Altus and start farming runes at the Mogwin Dynasty Palace, we probably could. But one step at a time. Like, I honestly think if we don't mess up the progression too much, we can avoid fighting too many bosses until we actually have the sword that we want to do this playthrough with. So, like... We'll do what we can, right? But that's where we're going to wrap things up for today. This has been a day, and I'm hopeful that I can get something figured out with the PC, that I'll at least get my files off of it before it inevitably has to be sent away for more repairs, but man, I'm not looking forward to that. It's not even the cost of it, I'm just not looking forward to the faff of it all, because I'm going away on holiday at the beginning of July. I'm going to go and see my brother-in-law get married, and like the PC is not going to be back before then, even if it gets sent off like now. So I'm probably going to be on this PC for the foreseeable future, and we'll see what happens, I guess. But for now, what's happening is I'm going to send you folks off to somebody else here on Twitch. We're going to do a raid. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for dealing with all of this along with me. It has been happening to all of us. And I'm going to send you folks over to... Oh gosh, KG. KG, you've raided me right as I'm ending. Alright, brief hello to all of the raiders. Hello friends, welcome in. Welcome to the latest chapter in my Elden Ring playthrough. Sorry that I am about to leave you in a second, but I'll briefly explain what's happened on this stream. So, yeah, on the last streams that you might have seen, we were playing as another character, who I'll briefly show you here. Rip Computer Part 3, yes. So, so I've been playing through Elden Ring in alphabetical order. I'm trying to beat the game with every weapon in alphabetical order, and we beat the game with Aaron G. Stone, who is our first proper character. It took just over 20 hours, or well, nearly 21 hours. We beat the game with the Academy Glintstone Staff. We've now started Alabaster Lord, who is going to be the Alabaster Lord Sword playthrough. I've spent 2.5 hours on this character so far. We have just started Ranni's quest line, so we beat Loretta, and we're going to Siofra River, and then we're going to fight Radagon, and then we're going to go as far down the path to the Lake of Rot as we can, so we can get the Alabaster Lord Sword from there, and then we'll come back and fight everything else, and then we'll beat the game with that sword, and we'll move on to the Albinoric bow after this, is the idea. So we'll see. But I am ending my stream right now, so sorry for the folks who've just come in with the raid. I am going to send you off to somebody else who's streaming today. And we're going to have a complete change of tone, because I'm going to raid Apothic Decay. They are currently playing Stardew Valley in Year 3 of the Stardew Valley world. And I'm going to go and get some rest. Yeah, I'm gonna go and eat and feel better. I hope. So yeah, PC issues aside, folks, thank you so much for joining me. I'll be playing more Elden Ring soon. I'll be playing more Minecraft soon as well. So take care. Have yourselves a good one. I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye for now.